DeWanna Bonner was brought in for leadership. She was brought in for leadership. And do you want to know all that these young players learned from her? If things don't go your way, refuse to show up. Continue to get paid a max contract while you are sitting out, refusing to play.
She got benched. She couldn't handle it. I want out. She's not playing well. She's getting criticized. I want out.
DeWanna Bonner? More like Dana Bailout. After a cryptic 5-game disappearing act chalked up to personal reasons, it's now official. DeWanna Bonner is no longer part of the Indiana Fever. And the reaction from fans? It's beyond disappointment. They feel blindsided, like they got played. This isn't just about missed shots or declining stats. It's the silence, the unanswered why, that's ignited a firestorm across Fever Nation.
I don't know what Stephanie White's doing exactly. I don't have a clue. Again, I don't know what the identity of this team is. I really don't. It seems like they play a different way every game. One could say, well, that's her game plan. She's game planning for each team. How's that working out for you?
Bonner was supposed to be the calm in the storm, the proven veteran alongside Caitlin Clark, guiding this young squad through the chaos of a title push. But when it mattered most, she ghosted. No warning. No clarity. Just gone. And strangely enough, this sudden exit might end up being the most important turning point in the Fever's entire season.
No comment is a comment. No explanation is an explanation. If we were trying to get back, we would have said, oh, we're trying to get back. We're trying to work some things out behind the scenes so both parties are satisfied moving forward. We don't even get that.
If you feel let down by Bonner's exit, drop a comment below. Good riddance, DB. Because there's a lot to unpack. Back when hope was high and expectations were skyrocketing, DeWanna Bonner was viewed as the final piece to Indiana's championship puzzle. Her resume spoke volumes: multiple All-Star appearances, WNBA titles, and the reputation of someone who knew how to win. At 37, she wasn't just here to score, she was here to lead. The idea was to inject playoff poise into a hungry young roster that had potential but lacked veteran toughness.
Multiple sources told Front Office Sports the fit in Indiana was off in the beginning. Bonner, who was signed to be an anchor to win with championship experience for the team's young core, was expected to be a starter. So basically, she stunk it up, got benched for Alexi, and was pissed. But it is what it is.
This team had just been knocked out of the first round, and Bonner's presence was supposed to be the stabilizing force. Early on, she played her role perfectly. Interviews filled with optimism. A voice of unity. A locker room leader. Fans welcomed her with open arms, proudly wearing her jersey and celebrating her commitment.
She's on our team. We want to support her. Let's just give her some grace. And now we get some clarity on that situation. Now we get some understanding of that situation. And all of that grace can get thrown right out the window.
You have people fearing the worst for her family. You have people fearing the worst for everything. You have people saying that they hope everything's good with DeWanna Bonner. It turns out she apparently is just pissed off that she wasn't a starter.
She seemed happy too, excited to play meaningful basketball again, especially in a city where WNBA games had become must-watch events. Even Caitlin Clark, under the pressure of carrying a franchise in a league, praised Bonner as a true leader, someone who brought wisdom and calm to a team full of raw energy. And when Bonner moved up to third all-time in scoring during a dominant win over Chicago, it felt like everything was falling into place. But the high didn't last. Her scoring dipped dramatically, averaging just 7 points per game, less than half of what she produced last season.
You guys remember what Alyssa Thomas said about the Indiana Fever fan base last year? And all the things that she heard coming from this fan base last year? That's off. You guys remember what Alyssa Thomas said about the Angel Reese Chicago Sky sham investigation, right? Oh, if Angel said she heard it, then we believe that she heard it. That's off, right? Right.
Doubts began to creep in. Did the Fever overestimate the fit? Was this really the right roster to support Clark's dynamic style? Did Coach Stephanie White even have a cohesive vision, or was this all just one big experiment? Then, suddenly, Bonner disappeared. No warning. No explanation. Just a vague personal reasons, and a quiet exit from the rotation after only 9 games. Fans, at first, extended compassion. After all, Clark had just come back from injury, and Coach White had also been briefly absent for personal matters.
I think for the challenge for myself going forward is just continue to pour into every other aspect of the game, and I can continue to have an impact in, all those other areas. I thought I got to the rim well. It was just, certainly a tough shooting night, and, you got to find a way to continue to shoot and remain confident in myself, because I know I put the time in. But for me, I don't feel like it's, anything that's off necessarily, but yeah, it'd be nice.
It seemed fair to give Bonner the benefit of the doubt. But time passed. No updates. No progress. No return. Just a cloud of silence. And silence sparks suspicion. Fans started noticing subtle changes. Bonner wiped all mention of the fever from her Instagram. Rumors swirled that her jerseys were no longer available in team stores. Some even claimed her image had been pulled from the arena. Whether these were true didn't even matter anymore. The absence of any explanation from Bonner, her agent, or the Fever organization only fueled the growing firestorm.
DeWanna Bonner was brought in for leadership. She was brought in for leadership. And you want to know all that these young players learned from her? If things don't go your way, refuse to show up, continue to get paid a max contract while you are sitting out, refusing to play. DeWanna Bonner is an absolute legend. And this is one of the lowest of the low things that I've seen in sports.
Then the news broke. She was gone. Officially. And still, radio silence. No statement. No farewell. No clarification. Just the echo of what could have been. The story fans were sold. That Bonner came to be a selfless leader, a guiding force, crumbled. According to reports, the moment her role shifted and she was asked to come off the bench, she checked out. There was no mentoring, no visible support, no sideline leadership. She vanished, emotionally and physically, leaving the rest of the team, including Clark, to handle the chaos alone.
She posted it during the game at like 11 p.m. At like 11 p.m.
No player enjoys being benched, especially one headed to the Hall of Fame. But true leadership, it's about showing up when it's not about you. And when DeWanna Bonner had a chance to lead in that exact moment, she said, "Nah, I'm good." That's the gut punch for fans. They rolled out the red carpet, embraced her, believed in her, trusted her to be the experienced hand guiding them through adversity. And when she stepped away for 5 games, the entire Fever fanbase stood by her, concerned for her well-being, not questioning her silence.
And also joining a team that's just impressive. I think everybody's seen the second half of their season, and it was an unbelievable season. And I just felt like they had a dynamic core, and I just wanted to be another puzzle piece into what they had. And hopefully I can give my knowledge, my leadership, and give it to these young players. So when I retire, they can pass it along. So I feel like they're young, but I also feel like they're a great young. They don't need too much coaching and too much leadership. They kind of figure it out themselves, and I'm just hoping that I can add to it and make basketball a little easier for them, and as well they can make it a little easier for me.
So to now learn that her absence may have simply been over a diminished role, that's not just disappointing. It's devastating. Empathy has turned into confusion. Confusion has now morphed into outrage. And yet, maybe this moment is what the Fever needed most. A reality check. A culture reset. The end of a false narrative. Because what Indiana needs now isn't someone with accolades, it's someone who's all in, all the time. If you're passionate about real basketball talk, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment, and share with fellow fans, because your support keeps the game alive.